There's a lot we need to catch up with.
Earliest of first.
Okay, so this video will be cut in 3 parts. The first one is going to be the review of the Woody that I ordered. Woody. You will understand sooner or later. Anyways, so the first part is going to be about the review. The second part is going to be about the repaint because I hated the factory paint or whatever you want to call it. And the third part is about some news that is going on in my life and is going on the channel because there is a lot that will change. That was a huge fucking long intro. Anyways, let's start with the review. Okay, so if you didn't know, I kind of switched my account. I'm now on an account called Buzz and Woody Trip. There's gonna be like here where you can find me. And I found this figure from GM Toys. It's supposedly called the Sheriff. And what I love about the packaging is that there is literally no brand name on it whatsoever. Like this smells legit 100%. They even kept the lorem ipsum, whatever it is, from the Photoshop. Same as goes for the watermark on the packaging, and like this is just crazy. But the fact is that I saw some picture and I thought this is going to be crazy cool because there is many accessories. As you can see, the outfit looks pretty cool, pretty dope, and it's kind of a more realistic Woody than the one that I'm used to. And there is, Jesus Christ, there's paint all over the plastic that is supposed to protect the figure. And I don't know, the paint job, the factory paint looks like some sort of Annabelle, you know, like I don't know. It's just, but he got a good range of motion. He got a good point of articulation. I can see that there is a neck that has double joint, one on the back on the upper part and one on the lower part. So that's pretty cool. He cannot split, but they do have like a double jointed knees. And I don't know, some action could be really cool with that. There is also a double jointed elbow, which kind of gives a big range of motion. The only thing that you can't hear here is that his arms are so like tight and this making this kind of noise. He got this not Woody, but this kind of a sheriff badge on the jacket, which is not sewed on, so you can remove it. So that's pretty dope. But I really hate the paint on the color they choose for the start of the sheriff. And yeah, the genie is also a second part. It's not sewn to the shirt. But there is actually an articulation at the chest and also at the hips. So that's pretty cool. The gun is literally plastic, but soft plastic. I just hate it. But at least you got these accessories. So who's gonna complain about that? And it does still in the holster. So that's pretty cool too. So less chance of losing it. The hat is kind of a soft plastic as well, but to maintain it in place is kind of hard. You really have to push harder to make sure that it's gonna be, you know, like it's gonna, whatever. You gotta work harder to make sure that the hat doesn't fall. But overall, I really like the figure itself. And the head is easy to remove and to replace. He comes with an additional head that has like a hole in the mouth, so you can just plug in the cigar. But I don't know, I'm not gonna use it. I'm trying to quit smoking, so I'm not gonna trigger myself. And there's also this little rolls or whatever you want to call it that is supposedly to be plugged behind the boots. but it's kind of hard to make it maintain in place. Like you really have to push hard, and even if it's not really secure. Okay, so when it comes to the hands, this guy comes with a lot. Like we got the rock and roll kind of hands. We have those two that looks like Wanda or maybe like Doctor Strange. It does, right? We got grabbing hand and trigger hands. And the paint job is not really clean, but you know, it's a toy, so that's okay. And there's also those two hands, whatever you want to call it. I think that there's one that kind of look like a grabbing hand, like you want to grab something, or you know. And there's a fist hand, of course. And as you can see, the paint job is not really neat. And my favorite, the middle finger. This is probably one of the reasons that I got that figure, just so you know. Let's be honest. And here is the paint job, the factory paint. You can see that the eyebrow, the one you're watching on the left, I'm guessing, is supposedly on the right, but whatever. There is one that the paint is already fading. So yeah, let's move on to the repaint. So in order to do that, I already applied a layer of matte varnish just to remove that kind of plastic-ish shine. And I'm gonna add some blushing just to make sure that it's gonna add some, you know, I don't know, life, like, I don't know why, but just some more realness and details to the blushing. And with my airbrush, I'm already gonna apply the first layer of varnish because I just want to make sure that I'm gonna secure that before using the other pastel to kind of darker some spot here and there. So now I'm using a dark brown, and with my little brush, I'm gonna apply that at the corner of the eyes, at the corner of the nose, and also the top of the head. And with the Q-tip, I'm just going to remove the amount that I just apply on the eyes. So now it's time for the paint. I'm going to keep it simple because I kind of paint over the factory one. So I'm mainly going to focus on the eyes to kind of add more depth to it. Meaning that I'm going to just trace a little line underneath the eyes just to kind of open them a little bit more. And it kind of soft a little bit more the head. And I'm also going to use a little dot of white just in the eyes to add some kind of lightening in it. And now with watercolor pencil, I'm gonna add also some details to the lips and make sure that you can actually see the lips because the paint job wasn't really completed. And also gonna redefine the eyebrow to give him a little bit more characterization and depth. Death, because death looks like dying, whatever. Now, here comes the worst part. I tried to kind of do a dry brush technique to add some highlights on the hair. And not only did I went for the wrong color, but also I used some kind of sticky tack that I put on the neck peg, and then I'm gonna just press my Q-tip or barbecue stick actually to secure the head. Meanwhile, I just tried again with the dry brush technique with the wrong color. until I kind of realized that it's not gonna work, like, at all. It blends a little bit too much and I really want to give highlights, so it's not working. That's when I thought, let's go for a warmer color instead of a cold color. And this time it kind of pops a little bit more. So what I also thought of doing was to repaint also. Oh yeah, I forgot. I put some glue, PVC glue on the boot so that it can stay in place, the little roll. And now the goal is to paint the star in gold and not in this kind of brownish color, nasty one. And I applied 4 layers of it. And to secure it, and because I want this little shine, I'm going to apply also a little UV varnish, glossy, so that it doesn't move and doesn't scratch and it stay in place. And we get a little shine. So now with the medium varnish, I'm gonna just press some gloss on the lips and on the eye to just add some texture to it and some shine when I'm gonna do photos. I just feel like the scene on the painter. Anyway, so this is the side-to-side comparison with the old version and my version. And this is the Woody that I'm now gonna use for the Buzz and Woody account. With the middle finger, of course. Well, he has to use it, you know, he got it, so. And it's my own Woody, so I can kind of personalize it. Anyways, and that's the Buzz that I've been using so far in the account, and I'm just happy with the new Woody because it kind of makes way more together as the other one that that I used before on the account. So I'm really happy with that. They look really cool together and I'm really excited for this new project. Also, I've got this little box that I got from something for polymer clay, if I remember well. I'm just gonna apply some bubble wrap, a slider, two other one to complete it. And this way I can separate, you know, what I'm going to use, all the accessories. So there's going to be Woody's accessories, and there's also going to be Buzz accessories. And his jetpack. And I can place Buzz and Woody inside of the little box so they can be secure and I can travel with them. I add also the silicone kind of stuff just to reduce the moist and whatever, and also some sticky tack just in case you want to do doll photography. It's always useful. Another wrapping, well, bubble paper, whatever you call it, just to protect them, and well, we're good to go. So now about the third part, which is the future of the channel and this project that I'm currently working on and everything. I'm gonna try to be as concise as I can so that it's not gonna be too long. I decided to quit my job. I have 2 years notice from now to quit and leave my hair salon and stop being a hairdresser. So the main goal is that The first year, I'm going to focus on something that we had in France called recognition of prior learning, meaning that I'm going to have like an exam based on my personal and professional experiences to get a degree. And basically, I just have to complete files that require maybe 100, between 100 and 140 pages and 50 pages. So it's gonna be like a lot of work to do, because I never did that kind of stuff. I'm not kind of the person that likes to write about my experiences, and especially that kind of scenario, because they ask me to use what you're supposed to learn at school, and you have to tell that you've learned that experiences and you learned that skills in your work doing this and that, and giving details and examples with photos and screenshots and all that shit. After that, that's for the first year. If I get the degree, I will be able to do something that we also have in France. And I wonder if that's something other countries have. But in here, you have to do like a civil entrance examination, I will call it, I think. Basically, that means that you will have 3 exams. The first one is going to be like Q&A. They're going to have like different many answers, 4 answers for the question, and you have to check which one is a good answer. If you succeed that one, you can pass to the second one, which is they're going to give you documents and you have to synthesize them as well. And the third task is an oral exam. So you're going to be in front of a jury and they're going to ask you about your personal experiences, what you want to do, and all that stuff, like an interview anyways. In order to work for the government, in a way, which means that I'm going to be like moving from working 6 days a week from 9 a.m. till 7 p.m., from Monday till Saturday, to something that is going to be like a 9 to 5, which is honestly pretty dope. And also working from Monday to Friday, and vacation. Just to give you an example, if I pass the exam of the B category, which is the middle, there is a C, there is the lowest, there's a B, there is the medium, and there's the A, that is the harder, and I'm going to apply for all of them, of course. Well, you're going to be able to get like 52 days of paid vacation days. So let's get the finger crossed. Anyway, about the future of the channel, I also forgot one thing, quote unquote, little side note. I'm starting my ADHD treatment normally this week, finger crossed, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to switch, because being a hairdresser is really cool. Knowing that I have ADHD, it's really the kind of job that kind of help me ignore the symptoms and deal with it. But I'm looking for more time for myself and doing a job that is going to be fun in a way, but more, or at least less stressful, bringing less anxiety and something like that. So I'm just going to focus on that. But anyways, the future of the channel is going to be inspired by someone that I really appreciate. His name is Blue Himitsu. He have a YouTube channel as well. If you're a French speaker, you better check this out. It's really awesome. He does this kind of weekly vlog, and I'm really willing to try that with more of doll photography, dioramas. I also want to try doing stop motion, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to move to the Buzz and Woody Trip account, this one. Because I just felt like it's one-top scales is going to be easy to travel with, which is going to be awesome. The other reason is also because I'm a huge fan of Toy Story, all of them. If you ask me which one of my favorite is from Pixar, 1, 2, 3, Toy Story is going to be at the first place. Like, they're just one movie for me. But yeah, I really want to try to do stop motion with them. It's going to be easier because it's 1/12 scale, so to travel with. It's going to be fun to do photos with them. It's going to be nice and fun, and to do stop motion because they have so many point of articulation. It's going to be super cool. And I want to record that on a weekly vlog, like seeing the process, because when I do a video, I have to just like all the repaint that I've done and the dioramas that I've done, I'm just like blocking one day to do everything. And in that case scenario, I will be able to kind of split and micro task everything that will be put on the weekly vlog as well. So there is no pressure for me to just do it in one day, knowing that I'm also gonna have like for my what's the word again? Recognition of prior learning. My mentor told me that I have to work at least 2 hours per day on the 100 and 150 pages. So I really need to kind of get more organized and more polished when it comes to organizing my time and everything like that, and not get distracted and going every other direction, which also one of the reasons why I decided to start the treatment of ADHD. So yeah, this is gonna be the future of the channel. So feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that shit. You know how it is. This is the account. As I said, I'm moving towards this one. And, well, I hope to see you soon, and I hope you're gonna like the... Well, what's going next? I don't know. It's super exciting. It's also nerve-wracking because I'm just fucking scared of how the treatment is gonna work, if it's gonna work. Is it gonna work like instant? The moment I just swallow the pills, bam, I'm a new person. I have high hopes, but I don't know. High hopes, also a lot of expectation, and then having a lot of expectation is the best way to get disappointed. So I don't know. Well, that's also one of the point of the weekly vlog, to be able to kind of record and kind of bookmark the evolution of the process. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it so far, and I'm really excited to do that. So see you next time.